Alright, this is a first view of the Tesla Supercharger version 3, and this is one of the newer ones that's located in Metter, Georgia. I've never actually used a version 3 supercharger before, and this one just came online recently, so I thought I'd check it out. As you can see here, it is a 250 kilowatt charger, and actually another Model 3 owner just showed up just as I was pulling in. The place seems to have been empty, and I just plugged in, arrived with 14% battery, and it seemed to start at about 100 kilowatts, and I'm up to about 17%, and it's showing 25 minutes to charge from about 17% to get to 100%. I'm currently on a road trip from Pennsylvania down to Florida, and I wanted to skip the problematic supercharger at the Savannah, Georgia airport, which is always having issues. So I took a detour and wanted to try out this new supercharger. So we're kind of early in the supercharging process, so I wanted to see if this would ramp up to the full 250 kilowatt charging speed. Now this is currently 5:58 p.m. and it's 46 degrees outside. I did program this in as a destination, and it did not preheat my battery, but I've been driving for probably a good hour and 45 minutes, so I don't know if it needed that. So far we're getting about 104 kilowatts, and we're up to about 20%. So as you'll see, the superchargers here are not numbered because you don't share power with the other people charging. So every single stall is independent. And I don't know if you can hear this, but there's actually a fan noise coming from the supercharging pedestal, which I believe is from the water cooling that's in the cable, and the cable is actually definitely thinner than a regular supercharger cable. I don't feel any warmth on it, but there is a fair amount of fan noise coming from these stalls. Now I remember about a year and a half ago there were some test chargers out there that people had found that had vents along the bottom. I don't see that on this model, but it seems like there's some kind of airflow on the sides here, so possibly the air is being drawn in on the side. I'm not exactly sure. There's nothing on top, but there is a fair amount of fan noise coming from here. So this particular supercharger is at a Parker's gas station, and there's probably a convenience store inside. I'm going to check that out in just a few minutes. I just wanted to give you a taste of the new version 3 Tesla Supercharger, and we'll see if we're getting any faster charging. Looks like I'm only getting about 105 kilowatts, so they may not have ramped up the power on this supercharger. And I'm getting, I can usually get about 147 kilowatts at a V2 150 kilowatt supercharger. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on here, if my battery is a little cold or if they just haven't finished the testing at this particular supercharger. I was kind of hoping it would have ramped up by now, because once you get up to around 50-60% you start to taper off your charge. So I'll check with the other Model 3 owner here and see what kind of charging he's getting. But that's a first look at this version 3 supercharger located in Metter, Georgia. Take care.